Yeah, I hope I get more views now since I posted a video response of a video that was almost made a year ago by my one of my best friends on YouTube, Blake. Uh, Top 10 favorite uh, Christmas movies. Posted it. Today's the 4th. He posted it on the 6th of last year, so it's almost been a year since that video. And I want to share with you my top, not 10, not 11, but top 15 best Christmas movies of all time. And really, I have to talk a lot about them. I really don't want to do a slideshow of them because I really wanted to talk about these. And plus, I don't really have that much space on my laptop since I'm like storing like 100 pictures for this year's movies. I'm going to do a slideshow for those at the end of the year. And yes, 500 Days of Summer, I've come to my senses and it is the best movie of the year. It's a little better than Band Slam. I compared and contrasted the two. So, It don't freak out. And by the way, I saw Monty Python. It's not gonna make my top 150, but it's certainly a classic comedy, and just a couple good scenes, really good, really great scenes, and just fell to mediocrity a little bit, and it got a little bored. But I'd still give it like an 8 out of 10. Uh, but I want to share with you the worst. I kind of gave it away. The worst Christmas movie of all time, and that is the Santa Claus 3. Forgot there was more to that title, but I don't really give a shit. I saw this movie in the theaters. I wanted to see another movie, but I couldn't. I saw Santa Claus 3. Martin Short was the only good thing about this movie. Now, this is like not a god awful movie, but I still did not like it. I think Martin Short, like I said, did a good job. I think the whole movie could have been better. So yeah, so my number 15 favorite Christmas movie of all time is Muppets Christmas Carol. Yeah, Muppets Christmas Carol. Um, I think Michael Caine is a great actor. He's won 2 Academy Awards, one for Hannah and her sisters, and one for Cider House Rules. Two movies which I haven't seen, but he's a great actor regardless. He's been in The Dark Knight. He played Alfred. Great job. And Batman Begins he was in. Number 14, I know I'm kind of gonna get hated for this, but there was 2 scenes, one at the end, one like near the middle, like it's Christmas, and Step Brothers, and I had to put them in there for those 2 scenes, and they were really really funny when they get the Hulk hands and they're just pushing Richard Jenkins down the stairs. I thought that was really funny. Got to do my belt. Shoot. Hmm. Number 13 is Jingle All the Way, which I recently saw. That's with Schwarzenegger. Get back in the chopper! Yeah, well, that's not from this movie. But I found this movie, I have to kind of agree with Mr. Black on this. This is, it's an enjoyable movie, at least for me. I liked Sinbad a lot in it. I think he's probably the most underrated, like, comedic actor of the 90s. I mean, he was great in this. He was really good in a very underrated comedy that I've seen over and over again, First Kid, where he played like the the bodyguard to the first kid of the president, and of course he was Mr. Wheat, the guy with the fake afro in Good Burger, one of my favorite movies of all time, in my top 20. Yeah, so oh but Jingle All the Way, I have to agree with Mr. Black. I do think that if your kid will not get like the president he really wants, he's gonna be like a disgrace. He's gonna be like so. He's gonna be having like a miserable life, and I think that part of the movie is very unrealistic. But I really like the charm of the movie with Schwarzenegger. I loved his charm in the movie. I think he's a really good kids actor. Kids movie actor. He was pretty good in Kindergarten Cop. He showed some badassness in that movie, but in this too, he was really good. Pretty really good. What the hell? But number 12 is Die Hard. Die Hard, I just recently saw. Oh, I haven't seen it in a while, and I just reminded me of how much of a kick-ass movie this is, especially the third act. Third act was just great. Him like going off the hose and saving his wife, and it's a Christmas Eve movie, so shut up. All right, number 11, the one that did not make the top 10, Santa Claus, the first one. I rewatched it yeah, it was on TBS the other night. It was Jingle All the Way, then Santa Claus, and I wanted to watch Santa Claus, and I don't enjoy this movie as much as everybody else does, but I think it does have a lot of Christmas spirit. I think it's a pretty enjoyable movie. This is probably one of the only times Tim Allen is funny. I don't really like his kind of humor. I hate Home Improvement. I absolutely hate that movie. But, yeah, I gotta change this to 15. I'm not doing top 10. Alright, anyway, number 10. Let's go into 10. Yeah, Bad Santa. Now, this is a movie that is not on anybody's list, which I don't understand because this movie got great reviews. Great reviews. And a lot of people put The Ref on their list. I haven't seen that yet, but I kind of want to rent that. Bad Santa, badass. I love Billy Bob Thornton. I love Tony Cox, little midget. This is probably his only great movie, Tony Cox, because he was an epic movie and disaster movie, and yeah. But in this, he was really, really funny as the little elf who kind of turned on Billy Bob Thornton. But at number 9, it's this year's A Christmas Carol in 3D. Now, I don't think it really gets into the Christmas spirit until the very end, and really the very end in the third chapter with the Ghost of Christmas Future, and even the middle. I think it really is like a great Christmas movie. I think you should definitely see it in theaters. I have the written review up for it on my website, MrGoogleMovieReviews.ning.com. Brought to you by Mr. Google Movie Reviews on YouTube. Yeah. At number 8, okay, we have Home Alone Dose. Home Alone Dose. At number 8 out of like the top 15, that's great. I absolutely love these movies. All of them in the top 10 I really like. Home Alone 2, when I was little I liked this one a little better, but the first one, it's good. And I'm going to tell you right now, the first one is not my number 1. So, like everybody else, it's their number 1, but yeah. 7 is Fred Claus, and you're like, why are you putting Home Alone 2 over, why are you putting Home Alone 2 behind Fred Claus? Because Fred Claus was funnier, and I liked Fred Claus a lot. And then what is it with Vince Vaughn? I mean, does he have in his contract that now that he has like movies coming out near October and November, they come out like exactly a year later? Because usually like it takes like 4 or 5 months for it to be released on the DVD, but for him it takes exactly a year. Same with Christmas. Four Christmases just came out on DVD not too long ago, like a week ago, which I didn't see and I don't want to see it. But same with Fred Claus. It came out last year on DVD. All right, number 6, Polar Express. Now this is way better than The Christmas Carol. Polar Express, it's probably gonna go up in my top 5 once I see it again, because every year ABC Family has it on, Channel 7. TBS always has it on, but Polar Express is just great. And Tom Hanks is a magnificent actor. I think the animation for both movies, you could just see them in their performance. Just stunning, this movie. And I love the message. I love the ending. It's just terrific. And sometimes very witty. Number 5, a lot of people want this at number 1. It's A Christmas Story. I love it. I love this movie. It's in my top 150 favorite movies of all time. But it's just a cult classic, pretty much. But it's really good. 4 is the first Home Alone. You're probably like, you're going to get pissed at the next 3 that are in front of it. But I enjoy it. It's my list, alright? It's my list. I think Home Alone, the first one, got a little annoying, with Macaulay Culkin just pulling tricks on him. But even though that was the whole movie, I did really like it a lot when I was like, this is probably the movie that I've seen the most out of all of these. But number 3, what is it? Christmas Vacation. Funniest Christmas movie out of all. I think Randy Quaid definitely makes the movie. I like Chevy Chase in this, and Juliette Lewis. Ooh, this is post Natural Born Killers. Post Natural Born Killers. Well, actually pre Natural Born Killer. What am I saying? But she was still awesome in this movie. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna do a part 2 of this. Shit. Alright, bye.